This was the cruelest form of revenge, worse than death itself. The woman's mouth was stuffed with a lit cigarette, the burning smoke rushing straight into her head, nearly choking her unconscious. When she finally fainted, the masked man covered her ears with a loudspeaker and cranked up the volume to the maximum. The sound was so unbearable that her body lost all control. Her eardrums shattered, and she collapsed helplessly. But the masked man had no intention of stopping. He pulled out an electric baton and delivered shocks to several of them, making their whole bodies convulse uncontrollably. The story begins as 6 captives awaken from unconsciousness. They realize their hands and feet are tied, their eyes and mouths covered with cloth, leaving them unable to see or speak. All they can do is tremble in fear and struggle in vain. At that moment, the sound of footsteps echoed at the door. The killer entered, pulling an electric baton from his pocket. He pressed it against a metal rack, letting the current surge through the iron frame. In an instant, everyone's bodies jerked violently, their toes curling so hard it felt like they could dig through the floor. Only when they were all on the verge of collapse did the masked man finally cut the power. He then removed their blindfolds one by one, telling them that each had committed unforgivable wrongs. If they confessed their sins honestly, he promised he would drive them away alive. Suddenly, the room filled with a thick smoke. Within seconds, they all fainted again. When they woke up, the cloths had been removed from their mouths, but now metal plates blocked their peripheral vision, and iron chains around their necks kept them locked in place, unable to see each other. From the sounds alone, they could tell they were all strangers. But why had the killer brought them together? The hot-tempered young man lost his patience and cursed loudly. The masked figure entered, crouched before him, and motioned for silence. Then, without hesitation, he pressed the electric baton against his neck. The jolt spread through everyone, leaving them all in agony. Still, the masked man wasn't entirely unreasonable. He reminded them that time was running short. Fearing what he might do next, Mary quickly confessed that she had once spat into her mother's food and had been haunted by guilt ever since. Mike admitted he had been unfaithful in his marriage, though his wife never found out. Seeing others speak up, Amy confessed she had knowingly pursued married men for personal gain. Sarah revealed she was a lifelong dependent who had drained her parents of every last cent. But clearly, these were not the answers the masked man wanted. He shocked them again, the current making their scalps go numb. Luckily, the baton soon lost power. The masked man warned that none of them had given the real answer, and hinted that all 6 of them were tied to a single heinous crime. Once his weapon was fully recharged, he would return to pass judgment.